CreamBRabbit here, and I'm here with a little tutorial. The reason why I'm making this tutorial is because a friend of mine was trying to record and upload and edit a League of Legends video, and the quality wasn't really that great. And she was using this OBS, which is good, but I prefer this one, OBS Studio, which is also known as OBS Multi-Platform. And I'm just gonna teach you how I do HD 1080p or 720p recordings at 60 FPS. So first off, you could get this or this. Either one works. I prefer this one because it's just better for recording and editing. So let me just minimize that, and then here it is. So we have the display capture and all that. And you can see that there's a mixer here. You can click here and you see that. So basically this is really good for multiple reasons. One, it's actually very simple. If you go over to your settings and then you can choose your stream output and stuff. I don't have my stream key here, so you can't stream on the thing. But you can also see the output, and I'm outputting at 1080p right here, which is good because now you get super powerful, super HD stuff, super high quality. Here are the settings. You can easily get these at what's it called? Online. But I use a bitrate of 1000 because since you're not really streaming anything, you might as well keep it at 1000. Use the custom buffer size and make sure that's 0 and keyframe is 0. Make sure that CBR is unchecked because you want to use CRF. Because if you click this, you don't get CRF. So you want to click this and you get CRF. Now, what CRF does is basically it changes the quality of your output. So I put mine at 15 because that's good enough. The lower this number is, the higher quality. However, I highly suggest not going lower than 10 because that'll just make it unnecessarily good quality and the file sizes will be way too big to use. If you guys really want that quality, then go ahead. But I prefer using 15. If you need more power, then use 25 or something. Anyways, now that we have that, what we want to know is the audio track. I personally use 2, but if you want to have better control on stream, then you want to have 3. You want to have 3 tracks, and the reason why is because you can actually, for streaming, you could choose which audio track you want to use. So I'll explain the audio in a bit, but that's basically what you want. Also make sure that CPU usage isn't ultra fast, just so you have better usage and you won't put too much stress on your CPU. And you'll have higher quality. Sorry, I'm unzipping a jacket. It's really hot in my room. Anyways, so put this at 3 and then go over to the audio track and then make sure your bitrate is at proper. You don't have to really touch anything here, but just know that this is important. Next you want to go over to your audio and you want to make sure you know what your desktop device is, and if you have a second one, have it enabled, but I personally have disabled. Next, have your microphone. This will actually be important because sometimes you put it at default. Use your microphone that you're using, which for me is the USB PNP sound device, which is really good. Specifically because I'm actually using an XLR microphone, so that's why it's doing this instead of telling me any otherwise. But you know, you don't have to use any of these, but if you want to, go ahead. So yeah, there's that, and just hit apply when you're done with that. These become important later, so for like if you wanna separate them for stream and recording. Anyways, next we're gonna go to video. Because the video output is active, I can't change anything, but you want to make sure you have your downscale filter correct. Common FPS values, you want to put it to 60 if you want to go for your 60 FPS, 30 if you want less. If you want to have like less frames, of course, but 60 is probably the best for any recording. For recording, 1080p, 1080p. However, if you're streaming and you can't handle 1080p streaming, then you might as well drop this down to 720. Because, yeah. I really wish that I didn't have to drop this down for streaming, but, you know, I have to deal with it. Anyways, hotkeys, I'm just gonna skip that. For our advanced renderer, it's fine to keep it at direct 3D11. Video adapter, I don't know. It'll just whatever. Color format NV12, space 709, color range partial. Stream delay, I don't put any. Automatic reconnect, okay. Maximum retry is 20, yes, okay. So that's pretty much it. I don't need to apply anything because everything was perfect the way it was. So now that you have that, you want to check your mixer settings. Click over to the mixer settings here, and then you'll see that there's different tracks. This only I'm on my this blah, blah, blah. This is shown on your scene collection, for example, this one, and I'm sharing a the computer with Foxycoon right now, so that's why you have all these stuff. But basically, you want to change this for every scene collection that you have. You're gonna have to change your audio through this every single time. But basically, when you click this, you have different tracks that you can have. And if you have a recording on two tracks, then you want to put these. So you can always like block off like this, and this, and this and this. So you have your desktop on a separate one, and your microphone on a separate one, and they're both on track 1, which will allow you to stream with the same things on, so you can hear. So these ones, like if you're streaming, let's go back over to the audio settings. On output, sorry. Your streaming audio track is 1. So if you do this, then everything that's on stream 1, everything here, will be heard from your stream. And this will be on a separate track, but no one can hear it. It'll just only be on the recording. So that's really good for streaming if you want to use your recording on stream. Like if you want to get a stream recording and you don't have like good audio, then you can change it from there. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna change that back because I don't want to really change anything. Here. There you go. So now that that's done, you want to make sure you go onto your filters and then open up a noise gate. On the original OBS, this is automatic, but for this you have to do it manually. So go over to your go over to your filters, and then add a noise gate. And then personally, I put mine at 4034. Make sure that they're 6 decibels apart. And this you don't have to really deal with that, but make sure that they're 6 apart. And basically what this does is that if I'm not saying anything and it's quiet, you can't hear me click. Which is why you can't hear me click when I'm playing League of Legends and stuff. Even though I'm clearly clicking, like, here, I'm talking and I'm clicking. I'm clicking. And now you can't hear the clicks. Well, I was doing really tough clicks, but you know. So that's OBS. You can easily translate this to the other OBS. Let me just open that one up. No, I don't need to update that. So let me just open this up so you guys know. I hardly ever use this anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't switch it if you don't want to. So anyways, when you go in here, you can see the noise gate is already active, but I'm not using it, so... Audio, the difference between studio and audio and original is that you only have one track. So if you want to edit your microphone or something, you have to just make sure that your microphone is good enough. Otherwise, you're just not gonna... You can't really do anything about it. Because your desktop could be too loud, or your microphone could be too loud, and you can't really do anything about that. So, yeah, that's why this one's way better for recording. But for stream, nah, this is probably alright. For advanced, you can put this on high or whatever. Multi-threaded optimizations, obviously. CRF, I accidentally put this to 10. You should probably put this to 15. Don't use CFR, always use custom. This one, ultra fast. Yeah, whatever. Encoding profile, main is fine. Allow 61, you don't need this. You only need to max out on 60. And video, 60, 1920 by 1080. I think you should be using this, I think, if you're on a laptop. But if you're on, like, a desktop, you want to use your graphics card that you're using. Broadcast settings, whatever. Encoding, you want to use X264, use CPR, max bitrate 1000. Simple, yeah. And that's pretty much it, in terms of recording. I think that's pretty much what makes high quality recordings. So now what you're gonna do is go into Sony Vegas. I'm using Foxy Cones because, you know, whatever. Again, this is his laptop. I'm just using it for now so I can easily do this. Because I can't use my own right now. So here's the thing. I'm going to just take one of the recordings that I made. Somewhere. Actually, I can do this. Hang on. Hang on for a second. If I pause, then whatever. Okay, I found it. Alright, I was looking for my stream for some reason, so I found it. So, basically, let's go and drag and drop this. It'll take a while considering that I'm recording and I have to deal with this being over 6 gigabytes. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention that when you record high quality stuff like this, you have to make sure that you're using a separate disk drive. I'm using D, which is a secondary drive, but make sure that you're not using your main drive because the recording will be very, very big. Most of the recordings that is done on here end up becoming like really, really big. Like this one. No, not this one. Not this one either. I think I deleted a lot of them. Here's one of them. These become like 6 gigabytes each. 8, almost 10 gigabytes. This one's specifically 20 gigabytes. And it's around an hour long. So like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like almost 10 gigabytes. And a whole hour can go up to 20, so you gotta be really careful about how much you're recording at once. Because you might accidentally get too much and stuff. So I'm gonna cut this down, or actually I'm gonna cancel this. Normally you'd want to make sure that the peaks are available, but for now I'm just not gonna do it. So I'm gonna just go over to one of the games that I played. I guess not that one. Not my Tarot game, I lost that one. So I'm just gonna go this one. And we'll just do like a 1 minute clip or something. Let's see. It takes a lot of concentration. So it takes a lot of concentration to play video games. Did I get a quadra kill?
I guess I auto-attacked someone.
I think out here I got a quadra kill. I'm doing this kind of live, so sorry if I don't really do well. Okay, so I'm clicking and stuff. I know someone's in there. Okay. Jeez. Oh, there's a quadra kill. What the hell? Alright, I think this is where it starts.
Okay, Jax.
Alright, I'm gonna click here. And it ended a little earlier than that. And there you go. There's a clip. So let's just delete these parts. And we'll move this over. I'm just gonna cut this. Go back to the start. And then paste it. So here's our clip. This is what everything is.
Okay, Jax.
So let's see if this has something. The things for poop. And there you go. So I do all but let's say I did all the editing and stuff, and now I'm ready to render. So you want to go to render as, obviously, and I'm pretty sure you understand this part at least. But you want to go over to usually you'll have your defaults right here. And that's fine and dandy, but unfortunately not all of these have the greatest quality. For example, this one. This isn't 1080, this is 1080p, but it's not 60 frames per second. So what you want to do is you want to customize this and change this to doubled 2997, so that's about 59.94. I think I would just put 60 just to be safe. And then everything else should be fine, I think. But I think I have a better one. Here's my personal 1080p 60 FPS. If you want to, you can copy whatever settings I have here. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the other one, but instead maybe rendering using CUDA if available. You can either use this or CPU only. I prefer this one if I'm using a graphics card like mine, but if not, use CPU only if you have any issues. So yeah, that's that, and then just render, and you should have a fairly high quality. That one was from the stream, so the quality wasn't that great. But if you were doing this on an actual recording, the quality is usually pretty good. Let's actually look at one of the recordings that I have here.
Hello everyone, it's CreamBRabbit here, and we are back with another episode of Slime Ranchers.
So you can see right here, my voice. You can see right here the quality is actually really good. You can see, like, I know I don't have anti-aliasing on, and it's only at like 720p, but like the quality, like you can see everything. It's not like it's not blurry or anything. Like you can still see everything, and it still looks good. Okay, real quick, I totally forgot about this while I was editing, but I forgot to show you that you should probably click over to here, see the project properties, and then customize the template to look something like this. You want your width and your height to be 1080p, so 1920 by 1080p. Your frame rate should be at 59.940 double NTSC or 60 FPS, depending on what you really care about. Field order, always have progressive scan, because that's where the P comes from 1080p. Pixel aspect ratio 1:1, which is square. Output rate rotation 0, original. Keep the stereoscopic 3D off unless you're recording on 3D for some reason. I don't know why it would be, but whatever. Pixel format 8-bit. Everything else should be fine from there. And yeah. Adjust source media to better match project or render settings. Always have this on. And I would also suggest having this on. Start all new projects with these settings, just so you don't like mess it up. So just save that, apply, and press OK. And there you go. everything should be fine from there. I didn't mention that when I did the original recording because I totally forgot. Sorry. Anyways, back to the ending. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't really have to wait for this to, render, but so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys really like this. This was made for Lolidere because she's really cute and she deserves the best quality videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching anyways, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!